this is Heather with Book Junkie, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. And I thought this book was pretty good. It was very interesting, though. I would probably rate this book a 4.3 out of 5. Now, the main character is Nora Seed. She doesn't have a good outlook on life. She let so many people down and feels like she can't climb out of the hole that she dug herself. She loses her job, she loses her brother, her best friend, even her cat, and she feels like there's nothing left for me in this world. I don't know what else I can do to change my life. So, the beginning chapters are a countdown to how many hours before she dies. She ends up overdosing on antidepressants, and then in between life and death is the Midnight Library. Now, she goes into this library, and time has stopped at midnight, obviously. And she walks in, and her old librarian, Mrs. Elm, is there in this huge, vast, immense library, books everywhere, so many different books. And Miss Elm tells her that there are so many decisions in your life that warp how your life is today. And each book in the library represents another decision that was made in her life and how her life would be at that point. It almost crosses through like the multiverse theory. So, what Nora can do is open up a book and live that life for a few minutes, seconds, months, years, however long she wants to be in that life for. And she can decide, hey, this is the life for me, I want to stay in here. Or whenever she feels any doubt towards that life, she doesn't like it, she fades out and goes back towards the Midnight Library. And there's also a book of regrets in the library, and she reads that first, and it just lists all the regrets that she has ever had in her life. And for Nora, it's pretty big. And then every time she goes to a new life with another book and comes back, some of those regrets disappear because they're not her regrets anymore. It's like it's not her fault. Or she decides that, hey, I did make the right decision here and I don't regret this decision, and it's a huge list. And so the book was, again, very interesting. I really liked it. Now, this book has a lot of good lessons in life when you're under a lot of stress or you feel like you're just going to give up and you don't know what else there is to do. And that's exactly what Nora was going through. If you're ever wondering what another life would be like, it's really interesting to read this book because the other lives might not be for you. And in Nora's case, she has to decide, hey, do I want one of these lives or do I want to go back and live my old life, or do I still not want to live anymore? And every time that she loses hope on her life, the library kind of crashes and all lights go out and flicker because she's giving up and she just wants to die, and so the library will die with her. In the other sense, that if she gains her hope and she's really excited, the library will stay put, everything calms down. Another thing is if she dies in one of her other lives, then she dies forever. So you also have to be careful with that. And there's a lot of choices involved, and I am proud of Nora for going through all of them. It is very hard to see your book of regrets and trying to figure out, hey, if I made this decision, if I went to this college, if I did this, what would my life be like now? And I always think that's so interesting. And I often think of, oh, hey, if I did this or took this job, how would my life be now? Would it be different? Would it be the same? Would the people in my life still be there? I thought the ending of the book was extremely heartfelt. It made me view life differently. It wanted me to have a go getter attitude in my life because life isn't, the things in life aren't just handed to you. Like, you have to work for what you get. Like, the things in life, if they don't just come down into your hands and change your whole life in front of you. If you want your life to change, you have to be the one to change it. Again, I thought this book was really good. It was a really easy read, too. A very simple read. You can read it in just a few days if you really wanted to. And it was kind of like a page turner because it's like, what life is she going to choose next? One thing I didn't like is how some chapters were really short, which I love when they're short chapters. And then other chapters were over 20 pages long, which I'm not that big of a fan of. I like the short chapters a lot better. But overall, the book was really good and there weren't too many long chapters in it. But thank you for watching this video, and please hit that subscribe button to watch more and that like button. Also, feel free to put in the comments any book recommendations that you would like me to read. And thank you guys again. Bye.